Hello, back for another vlog. I'm a bit sad today. Not sad, but just disappointed in myself. Mainly because I literally did nothing today. I got out of bed pretty late, and then I just sat around and didn't really do anything today. I just watched YouTube and played some games, and that was about it, really. I don't think I did anything meaningful today, which is a bit sad, because I said that yesterday I said that today I was going to do some D&D planning, but I ended up not doing that, which kind of makes me feel bad about myself, because I didn't do what I set out to do. So I'm feeling a little sad about that, a little disappointed in myself. I find that when I don't really have anything super important to do, not even that, when I'm just at home or when I have, access to the internet at all times, it's really hard to be productive. My productivity has just gotten so worse. Over the years, my procrastination is just abysmal. Even things that I enjoy doing, I find that I procrastinate doing those, it's crazy how bad it can get sometimes. And I'm not sure if it's a disassociation thing or if it's just laziness, but it gets to the point where I'm too lazy to drink water and stuff. You know what I mean? I think that's why I had a headache yesterday, because I wasn't drinking any water because I was too lazy to drink water. You know what I mean? Even though it's 2 steps away. I just walk up the stairs and get water and that's it. Not even. It really shouldn't take as much mental fortitude, but it really does. It really takes a large mental toll on me for some reason to do even basic things like that. And that was a very large struggle that I had last year, or in my second year at university. Well, first year as well, don't get me wrong, but second year it was definitely way worse. So it's I don't really know what's going on with me. And that's kind of, scary, because I used to be a lot more productive in high school and stuff, probably because I lived with my parents and I had a much stricter, regime at high school. You have to go to your classes. Your teachers actually care for you and stuff, and you're under supervision basically all the time, right? Whereas in university, you're a lot more independent, which makes things a lot harder, because now you have to be a lot more responsible for yourself, right? I'm an adult now, and I get that I have to be a lot more responsible. And it's just a little disappointing that I haven't been able to adapt to that, because, it's definitely taken a toll in my life, a very negative toll. And, I find that there are things that I can do, going to that summer camp, or taking a gap year, which I'm doing right now. I'm worried that they might help in the short term, but once I go back to university, then things will be just the way they were in the past. And I'm afraid that I might not be cut out for university, that I might have to drop out if I find out that after this gap year I'm still not capable of being independent or responsible. And that's my biggest concern right now. And, that's why I've been trying to set out to do these, other goals, with my book, with D&D, and trying to do audiobook narration. The reason I have those goals is because I want to have motivation to do things in life, Because when I was in university, I had no motivation at all. No drive, nothing to keep me going forward, right? I just had no reason to keep going, you know? It was very just like constant, like dark, like depressing, just like atmosphere all the time when I was in uni, you know? And it was just very like difficult for me to stay motivated every day. And sure, everyone has their off days, don't get me wrong, I'm totally aware of that. But for me, it was like a constant thing, you know? Like every single day at university was just like a slog, you know? Even the days where I wasn't doing any work because I didn't want to do any work, even those days were rough for me, you know? Like, it was bad. It was really bad. And so what I want to do with this gap year, you know, I'm still waiting on a reply for my tutoring job. If I don't get a reply, then I'll have to keep looking for a job. So that's one thing. If I do get the job, then good. Then I'll have some more motivation to actually work towards that and work towards bettering myself. So I hope I get the job, or a job at least. Especially once September rolls around, hopefully more jobs open up. So it'll get easier then, you know, because like the high school kids or whatever are starting to go to school. So like, hopefully I'll get a job by then, by beginning of September. If not, I'll keep looking. But other than that, I still want to have my personal goals in mind, because a day like today was a failure in my mind, you know, where I just sit around, do nothing, and don't do anything productive, essentially, you know. Sure, it's fine in the short term, like, because it's like just chill, like I'm relaxing, having fun. But then when I review my day like this, with a vlog like this, it makes me realize, like, wow, like I don't even like remember like half of what I did today, because I did basically nothing, you know. I just watched YouTube videos, and I can't even like remember like half of the videos that I watched, you know what I mean? Like, it's just like that relentless cycle of just scrolling and scrolling through videos, and just like the day flies by, but I got nothing out of the day, you know. I still feel bad, you know, like I don't really feel anything, you know. So I'm just like, okay, what can I do tomorrow? So that's what I'm thinking about right now. I'm thinking really lean into that D&D stuff for tomorrow, because the plan is to play it on the 27th, which is in 3 days. So I'll have tomorrow and the day after to prepare. And so I want to, you know, spend those 2 days really just like going at the D&D, because I do enjoy D&D. I enjoyed being a dungeon master, and I was really looking forward to running this D&D session, but then because of how long it took, and it was just like so delayed, and you know, like I kind of lost motivation. But I do enjoy D&D, and so I think that that's one of the easiest goals that I can attain, is to work on my D&D, because there's a deadline, there's a bit more pressure, and it's something that I enjoy. So hopefully tomorrow I can do that. You know what I'll do? I'll write on a piece of paper like my goal, and that's to open the drive, Google Drive, open the document, open the PDF files with all my stuff, open, you know, all of my stuff required to plan my D&D session out, and listen to some D&D music. Hopefully that'll motivate me, and, you know, just to get me going, you know, just like have that initial start, because starting is always the hardest part. It's always the hardest part. And so hopefully by just writing it down and having a visual reminder there to constantly remind me, hey, you have to do this, and having that just initial start, just opening the document, just reading through it, reading through the PDF file, hopefully that'll motivate me to actually do it, because it is technically work, right? So it's less enjoyable in that sense for me, which is why it's easier to just watch YouTube right? Because that's mindless. Whereas, reading takes some effort, and planning a D&D session takes some effort. So that's why it's harder in my mind and not as enjoyable, in the short term. But I think that once I get that initial start out of the way, then things will get easier. And so yeah, that's my plan. I want to write down a note, a physical note, because writing like a reminder on my phone never works. So I'll write a physical note down, have it on my laptop or beside my laptop, constantly there to remind me. I'm not going to move it out of the way. I'm not going to hide it like I usually do. I'm going to keep it there right next to me, so it's constantly, on my mind. D&D, D&D, D&D. You have to work on this, and hopefully by working on my D&D session and completing it, then I'll feel a lot better about myself. I'll feel a lot more motivated, and I'll be happier. So yeah, that's what I'm planning to do. So yeah, I'll let you guys know how it goes tomorrow. Hopefully I stick through with it. Talk to you tomorrow.